Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
A noble warrior went to a Zen temple seeking peace. Upon finding the master in calm meditation, the warrior was overcome with sadness. Though he knew he had fought bravely and justly his entire life, he feared that he would never possess the grace of the man before him. "Why do I feel so inferior?" asked the warrior. "I know I have fought with honor, defended the weak, and I have nothing to be ashamed of. Yet seeing you just now, I felt my life had no significance whatsoever." "Wait a while," said the master, smiling. "I will speak with you after I attend to the other visitors." The warrior sat beneath a garden tree as visitors streamed through the temple, each one leaving the gentle master with expressions of warmth in their faces. The warrior grew even sadder. As night fell and the visitors dwindled, the warrior became distressed and asked the master, "Can you teach me now?" The master nodded, and they walked to the rear study, where the moon shone through a giant window, washing everything in pale white light. "Do you see the moon? How beautiful it is," said the master. "It will cross the sky and make way for the sun. The sun is much brighter and stronger and can illuminate clouds and mountains and trees in ways that the moon cannot. Yet, I have never heard the moon complain. Why don't I shine like the sun? Is it because I am inferior?" "Of course not," said the warrior. "The sun and the moon are different. Each has its own beauty. You cannot compare the two." "So you know your answer," said the master. "We are two different people, each fighting in his own way for that which he believes and making it possible to make the world a better place. The rest are mere appearances." What do you gather from this story, my friend? This Zen story entitled The Warrior's Question. They say that to dream of the person you wish to be is to waste the one you are. Do you ever get jealous or envious of another's life, of another's perceived joy or peace? The grass is often greener on the other side, isn't it? But just like the sun never competes with the moon, both shine when it's their time. You shine. They shine. We all shine, for we all have light within. But dimming another's light will not make yours shine brighter, and wishing that you had another's illumination will not make yours any lighter. The light you see within another person is just confirmation of a light that shines within you. You are just as bright. You have just as much potential for good, for peace, for joy, for everything that you wish you had or you imagine that life is. Life is what it is. To you and to everyone else, it may mean different things, but that doesn't mean that your meaning of life is any better or worse than anyone else's. It only means that it is yours. Instead of wishing that you followed a different path or led a different life, realize that you have the one you have for a reason. You are who you are for a reason. And just as you may envy or look upon another's life, you can bet that there is someone out there doing the same when they look at you. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. I pray you received an encouraging message from this story, letting you know that you need not envy or be jealous of another's life when you have your life to live. Live your life to the fullest, without regret, knowing that each person shines the way they shine. We are all different, but it is our differences that make us beautiful, that make us wonderful, that give meaning to our individuality in this life. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And if this is your first time receiving this podcast, why not subscribe for more inspirational messages like this? And if you would like to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Clicking that support button there is much appreciated. Thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate to this podcast, making it possible for episodes just like this. Have a wonderful and blessed day or night wherever you are, my friend. And as always, take care. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.